The reason you move so weird, so strangely, so oddly, the reason you look so suspicious, you sketchy ass motherfucker, is because you don't move enough. You're not moving your body enough. The more you move, the better you'll move. The less you move, the worse you'll move. Now, before we get into it, because trust me, it's about to get ranty. Trust me, I'm on one today, y'all. Trust and believe it's about to get ranty. Before we get into it, why would it be a priority to move well in the first place, to have good quality of movement, good posture, a good gait with your walking, right? Well, it's very simple. You will be perceived, you will be judged as weird if you move weird. It's the first thing that we see. If someone walks in, I'm outside of the gym, right? If someone walks in the gym and they're like, I'm immediately thinking, sketchy ass motherfucker, keep an eye on that bitch. Something is not right with that individual. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Let's say someone walks in like that for a fucking job interview and I'm the one doing the interview. Guess what? We're not doing the interview. The interview's over. The interview's over. If you walk in looking so bizarre, so strange, I'm saying, hey, I actually just realized we got it taken care of. We're all set. We are all set, my friend. If you want to be attractive to the opposite sex, if you want to be perceived as a great option, right? Is moving odd in your favor? Is that in your favor to move weird? We could go down the list of very simple, obvious examples of why it's not in your best interest to be a weird moving motherfucker. But look, I see in the fitness space this this trendy functional thing where they're doing like all this Ninja Warrior shit, making it real complicated, and they try and promote it in the sense of like, this is how you move, postural alignment, all that. You can just work out like a normal person and walk 15 to 20,000 steps a day, and I guarantee you, you will move so normal and so good that it'll be a non-issue. If you stretch, if you have some crazy tight areas and you commit to stretching those crazy tight areas until they're no longer violently limiting what you can do, where you can reach, how far you can bend, it's not that complicated. But what do I see in all my years of coaching, in all my years of being in gyms, in all my years of being alive? What do I see? I see people that move a lot, they're on their feet a lot, they stretch a lot, they exercise a lot, and they have just the most fantastic neutral posture. They move so well, they walk all normal and shit. And then I see people that don't train very often, or not enough, that don't exercise, that don't stretch, that don't walk, and their posture's jacked up. They walk all slow and weird, right? And the reality is, it's a net negative to move all weird like. And it's a net positive to move all smooth like. Back in the day, they said white people couldn't dance, right? Let me tell you, from ages 21 to 25, I'm just gonna be honest, I was the king. Here in Raleigh, North Carolina, I was the king. I was the reigning, defending champion. I was the smoothest, slickest motherfucker in this town on the dance floor, straight up. I just was. And I would see, I would see the surprise in my Caucasian brother's eyes. They'd be like, I didn't know we could do all that shit. But guess what? Guess what I was doing a lot? I I was moving a lot. I was dancing a lot. I got pretty slick. Guess what all the people that were like, wait a minute, white people can't dance? Guess what they were not doing? They weren't moving a lot. They weren't dancing a lot. It's repetition. It's time under tension. It's getting reps in that area. You got to move. You have to move. Like literally you have to move. In the gym, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to training, I get very hung up on certain ways of executing exercises, ways of setting up your week of training. I get real nerdy with this shit. But before we can even get to that, you have to move. Because you're a human with a human body that was designed to move. If you don't move enough, this will not be correct. This will get out of whack. Now we're getting totally off topic, but fuck it. I said I was feeling free. Here we are. If you do not move your body a certain amount, you will not have the same quality of thoughts that you could have. You will not have the same quality of thinking that you could have. You have to move. It's almost like if you don't move enough and you move weird and you catch yourself just being a quirky ass, weird ass motherfucker, that's the flashlight. Boom, highlighting. Hey, something ain't right. Oh man, he's moving all weird. Something is not right. Like that's putting it in the forefront. That's grabbing it and putting it right in front of you, grabbing your attention. When you got some weird seesaw action or whatever it is you do. I don't know how you move. You gotta move. What is this whole channel about? Living your best life. Personal development. Winning in more areas than you're losing. And losing in very few areas. That's what this whole thing is about. If you move better, if you move at all, if you move more, you're gonna have a better life. If you don't move very much, you're not going to have as good of a life. It's really that simple. We'll say it again. If you move more, you will have better mental health and a better life, better physical health. And if you move less, you will have worse mental health and worse physical health. I mean, really, that's all we need to know. That should be the end of the story. So let's make it the end of the story before I rant any longer. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next one.